But yeah. But as we're waiting for Joe to get back, to definitely give his opinion on that and other things that happened during the week, we can start with another trailer. The Odyssey, which again, this has been Christopher Nolan's long gestation of another attempt to tell a Greek mythology story. But it's Christopher Nolan. It's Nolan. So expect a lot of music, expect a lot of wide shots, and Matt Damon and Tom. I'm sorry.
It's all practical effects. So any lizards or monsters or demons you see were summoned by Chris Nolan personally.
Pretty much.
If you were there as an extra, you were there to make blood sacrifices. We appreciate your contributions to the arts.
Damn. That being said, here's the trailer.
Tell me what you remember.
A wife? A son.
And then what?
We won the war. Help me go home.
This is a household waiting for master. I want you to choose me.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
No, he's not.
What would he do if he came back here to find all these suitors in his house?
You're pining for a daddy you didn't even know, like some sniveling bastard.
Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
My dad is coming home.
Bringing vengeance. Bringing it all.
Let's go!
Okay.
I need everyone at this party dead. I can still save them.
You're a man who needs to control his fate. But you cannot control this. That world is gone.
No one could stand between me and home. Not even the gods. Keep us straight!
I think it's asleep.
All right. So that, as you guys can see, was the Odyssey, and it is coming out July 17th of this year. Matt Damon does play the role of Odysseus again. If you don't know what the Odyssey is, it's basically about a guy trying to get back home after a long war. Only to find out that, well, everybody is pretty much trying to take your place. Your wife and your son are trying to hold it down, and you ticked off the gods long enough to where there are years in between before you finally do get home. This doesn't take away from the NBC version. For all those that remember the NBC version from so long ago, I will say this: the Odyssey has always been an interesting mythology story to me, and how Nolan's take on it looks good. Again, I'm not mad about Tom Holland. Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson as the bad guy in anything is such a new take. Like, I was so curious as to what they're like, because they know everyone's in here. Like, Punisher's in here too, which I didn't realize. These are all. I'm blanking on the story of the Odyssey. I understand we're in a literary crisis. Teachers, this will be on Blu-ray by the time school is back in session in the fall. If you want to get your kids, if you want your kids to be interested, have them read the story and then promise them this movie. I mean, class will probably end by the time they get to the good part anyway. But
you ain't wrong.
And then Zendaya is in here, I believe, as well. I think Pizza. I can't remember who all. I know there's a couple other famous actresses in here as well.
Oh, there's a lot. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, Zendaya.
Yes. Okay, so Lupita is in here. Yeah. I think she's playing Athena, right?
Yeah, she plays Athena.
Okay.
That was the big thing, which again, incels always kept their head about, because when she was actually casted to play Athena, and the incels came out and said, "Well, that can't happen because what? A god can't be black."
We're literally watching. We watched. I think I saw like a Cyclops and a Giant and
so
freaking Templars from Twilight Princess storming through the woods. Like that's what I also like. It's very much a Nolan grounded, realistic film, but also there is some other really like otherworldly shit in here. Like we just watched like the Knights of the Round summon through the woods and come sling people, and this dude is commanding an army. I didn't realize those were all suitors at Tom Holland's house.
Yeah. I mean, technically, because mythology, I will say this, it's mythology. Sometimes it's supposed to be 11, sometimes it's supposed to be 1100. Whatever works for the movie. I'm not arguing that. But
I wonder, because that was like the teaser, was Tom Holland being at like the dinner table, and then John Baratheon's character is kind of like entertaining the whole room. So I'm like, I thought that was part of the Odysseus' army. Like I didn't realize that was all just people up in his crib the entire time. So and perspective on who's playing who and how this is going to play out. Yeah,
but I will say this about Robert Pattinson. I am still on the apology tour for the Batman. Sir, it looks like you can kill this role. It does. And Holland, let's be honest, Holland, I want that guy to expand so far from Spider-Man, because technically that is your bread and butter. That's where everybody's going to be kind of comparing you to, even though you did fine in Uncharted. I actually liked you in Uncharted. But
funny? He actually had a role where he I'm trying to find the name of it. It was this super religious film where he was like not like a monk, but he was like one of those monastery type boys that always wear the robe, and it was like an indie film, I think. And they were transporting God's rock, and they were trying to go on this pilgrimage, and people were hunting them down to the point where folks are getting like bow and arrowed. But the religious leader was like, "No, we have to keep staying the course." And Tom's character finally breaks. I think it's The Pilgrimage. That's what it was. An Irish medieval film. So yeah, an Irish medieval film. Let me see. Yeah, so let me see. Tom Holland. Let's see. Yeah, The Pilgrimage. I think it's called The Pilgrimage. But yeah, Tom Holland and these guys are basically like on this religious crusade to like, I forget what they're all doing, but I know at the end Tom is just like, fuck this, and then dumps the rock in the water, and the crazy priest like sinks with it because that's God's rock, and Tom's like, well, he can have it back. So this isn't unfamiliar territory to him.
Wait, John Bernthald's in this one too?
Oh, I guess he is. He might be the bad guy.
He was in this one too.
I don't fully remember. I just remember at the end, this Tom is like trying to stay the course of God's path to the point where, I think the Baldy here, he was like, I'm not doing this. God wouldn't want us to die for this boulder you're trying to carry. So it was an interesting flick. If you ever get time and you if you want to like a palate, if you want an appetizer before the Odyssey and Tom, whatever he's doing here, maybe watch this. If you want to say, I only see him as Spider-Man, check this out, then go see the Odyssey in IMAX, because Nolan on the biggest screen possible will never disappoint you.
That is still crazy that him and Burton have actually been in more movies. Spidey and Punisher have been in more movies that I did not know about.
Which makes more sense for the Brand New Day. Yeah, so I remember this beat. So yeah, it makes sense for Brand New Day, because now we know those actors have more chemistry on top of being Spidey and so I remember this part of the movie. Bernthal is fighting off these people to help Tom, and it's if you want to get ready for Odyssey, I recommend this movie. And then you can go lightheartedness with whatchamacallit, with Spider-Man. So yeah, Frank and Spidey have some chemistry here, and which I think their history of working together, now that I'm putting it together in real time, will pay off more on screen. So
I might have to go find that movie because I'm like, I've never heard of it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Bernathal's a beast. Like he's actually very good with the action scenes, regardless of whatever it is. Whether it's like Walking Dead, Punisher, that film, he actually does very well in that movie. So if you want to, I would check that out. If you don't know the Odyssey, you don't know the story, your high school didn't do it. Maybe check out the Pilgrimage and then work your way to Odyssey.
I can't say anything. I'm as old as we are. We got to see the NBC version in school to a certain extent.
Man, we read the book.
To a certain extent, we got to see the NBC version.
Was that the old cheesy version? That okay, that's probably what I watched too.
The one with Vanessa Williams in it.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. That was it. When she played Calypso.
She
played Calypso and pretty much told him, yeah, 5 days. You've been here 7 days. No, you've been here 7 years. A day on this island is like a year. You've been here 7 years. And at the same time seriously. Again, I don't know if you can even find the NBC version anymore. I'm pretty sure somewhere on the Grand Line it exists. But no, I agree with Tafari. If you're gonna watch a Nolan film, watch it in IMAX. This Odyssey looks great. I can't knock it. Can't find anything wrong with it. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Because again, the Pilgrimage is gonna be stuck in my head. I'm gonna go find it. What are you saying, Tafari?
No, I'm telling everybody, just go leave your thoughts below if you're hanging out with us or watching a post.
Yeah, because I definitely want to see that. But speaking of things that I did not know about, this one is definitely up there. Pac-Man snack breaks. We were actually talking about this. What's up, Bama Roll Tide? We were talking about this because number one, I never perceived to know everything that's going on, especially in the video, and especially when it comes to video games or anime things of that nature. But Pac-Man snack breaks, according to Tafari and others, this was a spinoff of a previous attempt at something, wasn't it?
I don't think it's a spinoff. I'm just saying it reminded me of that because my uncle, back when we used to be here as kids in this house, I remember he had a Pac-Man game for the Sega Genesis, and you were like walking around the city just doing like odd chores and like daily life tasks and hang gliding, and I'm like, this kind of reminds me of that. So, but we can take a look at it, and I will actually see if I can find that game while we're doing that.
All right. Well, for everybody else, this is called Pac-Man Snack Breaks. Yes, that's the actual title.